Alright, hello everyone and welcome to today's Gems of War video. In this video I have for you my scouting report for the Primeval Tome Campaign that begins today and goes on for the next 10 weeks. This is a midnight themed event, and that means the maximum power of midnight by the end of the campaign will be 11, going up from 9. And overall, the takeaway from this is that you're going to need all 20 midnight troops in order to get to either power 10 or power 11. Generally speaking, if you get to power 10, you'll get to power 11 pretty much automatically, as long as you did even the basic amount of work on the Spirit Walker class. Basically, you need everything. Basically, you need every single troop. You need 2 weapons. That's one more than the campaign typically gives you. So you will need to get another one, but you can get one this week if you don't have any of Midnight's weapons. But overall, I would say that it is probably something where it's going to be a little difficult to get to power 11 from scratch. But if you're really close, if you've got the tarot card, you've got the immortal, you've got the other base legendary base mythic that's already out there, and you're probably in pretty good shape. So let's go ahead and see the sequence of kingdoms for this campaign. We're starting off with Midnight, and then in week 2 it will be Forest of Thorns. Week 3 is Katar. Week 4 is Blighted Lands. Week 5 is Darkstone. Week 6 is Blackhawk. Week 7 is Drifting Sands. Week 8 is Zulkari. Week 9 is Divinian Fields. And week 10 is Adana. As for the Kingdom Pass, the odd thing about this Kingdom Pass that I noticed as I was looking at I'll mention the pet real quick. This is the one thing that you may want to consider if you're considering the Elite Pass or not. This pet, and I'm assuming like most pets from the Elite Pass, will only be available if you do the Elite Pass. If you choose to only do the Free Pass, which gets you only the top row, then you'll never unlock this pet. So if you want this pet, you have to do the Elite Pass, unless Gems of War decides to do something different. But since they haven't done anything different to this point, I wouldn't assume that they will do anything different at this point. The books that are available, oddly enough, are the nature books, and that's odd because the nature books will not help you get Midnight to level 20. However, Midnight doesn't necessarily need to go to level 20 at this point. There are other ice kingdoms that are more valuable to get to level 20, and the nature books may be better used getting either Zulkari or Forest of Thorns to level 20 anyway. So, but yeah, that's what they are. They're available, and we have the Blackwood Staff. This is the base legendary weapon that is going to be available after completing week 4. And then it goes on. I think the next one is at the end of week 9. There it is. That's the base legendary troop, the Hierophant, which is another major arcana tarot card, and we must be getting close to running out of these. I haven't counted everything out to see how many there are left, but this was one of the ones I knew they hadn't used, and now that they've used this one, I'm not sure which ones they haven't used yet. And then at the end, we get the base mythic Archdruid Blackwood, which does true damage to all enemies boosted by entangled gems at a boost ratio of ×3, and then diseases them all. And its third trait also creates 2 enemies when your turn begins. So this is actually a really good troop, in my opinion. Of course, Midnight hasn't really been a slouch for good base mythic troops, or ones that count as base mythic troops. So it's a pretty good one to go for. And although you will be able to get Archdruid Blackwood and the Hierophant in later weeks, or at some point after the campaign pass, it might be worth it. It's really gonna be up to you to decide whether it's worth doing the Elite Pass or not. It's certainly not a guarantee one way or the other, in my opinion. And that's all you need to know. I would imagine that the campaign tasks are going to be just as easy as they normally are. So yeah, that's it. If you enjoyed this very short video, then please leave a like. If you want to see more of my content, then subscribe to his channel and or follow me on Twitch. In the comments below, let me know everything I got wrong, especially if I got one of the kingdom names wrong. And if you're one of the video game companies out there, just remember it is now time to level up the contracts. And with that, I'll see you in the next video.